The sun was shining over the countryside as Bugs Bunny casually dug through the dirt in search of his favorite snack. His shovel suddenly hit something hard. Bugs tilted his head, pulled out a dusty old chest, and wiped it clean with his ear. "Hey, what's up, Doc?" That didn't sound like a carrot, he muttered, chewing lazily. Inside the chest was a golden-edged world map, glowing faintly. Bugs unrolled it, and his eyes widened. Bright red X marks appeared across New York, London, Madrid, Rio de Janeiro, and Delhi. A treasure hunt, eh? Well, I could use a little vacation. Beats digging in the dirt all day. He smirked at the audience. Bugs stuffed the map in his carrot-shaped backpack, hopped into a suitcase, and zipped himself shut. The suitcase somehow bounced its way onto the cargo hold of a departing plane. When it opened again, Bugs popped out in the middle of Times Square, New York. Neon billboards flashed, horns blared, and the smell of street food filled the air. Bugs looked around with mild irritation. All these lights, all this noise, and not a single billboard selling carrots? What a ripoff, he said. The scent of hot dogs pulled him toward a street cart. $1 hot dogs, best in New York, shouted the vendor. Bugs pulled out a carrot and handed it over like cash. Keep the change, pal, he grinned. The confused vendor gave him a hot dog, but Bugs immediately replaced the sausage with a giant carrot stick before taking a big bite. Suddenly, a familiar voice growled. "You no good varmint." Yosemite Sam stormed into view, wearing a trench coat and cowboy hat. He held a torn piece of the same treasure map. "That treasure's mine. Hand over that map before I blast you full of holes." Bugs calmly sipped carrot juice. "Relax. Short stuff. Why don't we split it? You take the X's, I'll take the O's." Sam pulled out his guns, firing into the air as the crowd scattered. Bugs shrugged and darted into a Broadway theater. The chase had begun. Inside, Bugs appeared dressed as a Broadway diva, sparkly gown glittering, microphone in paw. "Hit it, boys!" he shouted, breaking into a jazzy number. Sam barged in, confused, just in time to get smacked by a flying carrot baton. Audience members laughed and clapped, thinking it was all part of the show. Bugs took a bow before slipping away backstage. Outside, he disguised himself as a taxi driver, whisking Sam into a cab. "Where to, Mac?" Bugs asked in a fake Brooklyn accent. Sam barked, "Follow that rabbit." Bugs grinned, drove in circles for 5 minutes, then dumped Sam back at the same corner. Finally, Bugs disguised himself as the Statue of Liberty, holding a carrot torch. Sam, out of breath, dropped his hat in awe. "Well, I'll be Lady Liberty," he gasped, before Bugs bonked him with the torch and hopped away. "Next stop, London," Bugs said, winking at the audience. "Hope they serve carrots with the tea." The foggy streets of London greeted him with the chimes of Big Ben. Bugs emerged from a red telephone booth, adjusting a tiny bowler hat. "Fancy place," he said, slipping into a fake British accent. "But where's the carrot shop?" He hopped into a royal tea room, where aristocrats sipped daintily. Bugs ordered, "1 spot of tea, hold the tea, extra carrot." He dipped his carrot in the cup, sipping loudly. The aristocrats gasped. Yosemite Sam barged in again, now wearing a bowler hat too, trying to blend in. "That map's mine, rabbit!" he snarled. Bugs disguised himself as a stuffy butler. "Ah, Sir Samuel, your carrot tea is served." Sam chugged the cup only to spit out a mouthful of hot chili sauce. Bugs smirked. "Imported from India, Doc." The chase spilled into the Tower of London. Bugs dressed as a beefeater guard, standing still as Sam searched furiously. When Sam got close, Bugs swung his halberd and tripped him into the moat. "Cheerio!" Bugs waved as he hopped onto a double-decker bus. Next stop, España! The streets of Madrid were alive with flamenco music. Bugs hopped onto a stage wearing a red cape, pretending to be a matador. The crowd cheered as he twirled dramatically. Sam stumbled in, immediately mistaken for a bull thanks to his red mustache. The crowd released an actual bull, but Bugs swapped Sam's hat with a red flag, causing the bull to chase Sam around. Bugs clapped along, stomping his foot in rhythm. "Ole!" he shouted, biting his carrot. The crowd threw flowers at him, thinking he was part of the show. Bugs bowed. Gracias, amigos. Onward to Brazil. Carnival lights exploded across Rio de Janeiro. Dancers in feathered costumes paraded through the streets. Bugs appeared dressed in feathers too, blending perfectly. Sam stumbled in, tangled in streamers, trying to grab Bugs but getting swept into the samba parade. Bugs grabbed a drum and beat it wildly, making Sam dance against his will. The crowd laughed and cheered, crowning Bugs as the parade king. Bugs winked. "Not bad for a rabbit, eh?" Finally, the map pointed him toward Delhi. The bustling train station roared with noise. Vendors shouted, "Spicy curry! Hot samosas! Fresh chai!" Bugs hopped off a train, ears twitching at the smell. He grabbed a plate of carrot curry and took a bite. Steam shot from his ears like a whistle. "Yoza!" That's hotter than a jalapeno in July. Sam chased him through the crowded station, but Bugs dressed as a chai vendor, handing Sam a boiling hot cup. Sam gulped it and yelped, hopping in pain. Bugs hopped onto the roof of a moving train, munching his carrot. At the final stop, the treasure chest appeared buried under a banyan tree. Bugs opened it dramatically. Inside, piles of golden carrots gleamed. He gasped, biting one. "Solid gold, crunchy too," he said. Sam finally caught up, battered and exhausted. Bugs handed him one golden carrot. "Here, partner." Souvenir Sam bit it and broke a tooth, collapsing with a groan. Bugs dusted his hands, looked at the camera, and grinned. "Hey, what's up, Doc?" "Guess I struck carrot gold. Now that's what I call one heck of a vacation."